Yes, I know you can.
That's it for the headlines from the digital domain. Now our top story, girl gamers. Online gaming is growing fast on the internet. A 51 million site meets the girl gamers. In a quiet suburb near Salt Lake City, Utah, lives 14-year-old Jen Press.
Oh, and I get both of your packs.
Jen, seen here dishing out yet another defeat to her father, Barry, is one of the few females seriously playing Quake. It's a shoot-'em-up computer game that has spawned a virtual community since its launch in June last year. Jen, or Phoenix as she's known online, is also a member of a clan, a group of players who team up to face opponents on the internet.
There are a lot more males out there that are afraid of the females now. I go on a server, they're thinking, oh, it's a girl, just a girl, we can beat them, and I whip them all over the place.
Jen's clan is called PMS. That stands for Psycho Menslayers.
It's like that with every member of PMS. They'll come on and they'll go, I just played some guys who thought I was really bad. They left after I killed them 20 times or so.
Clans aren't unusual in Quake, but Jen's clan is one of only 2 that's exclusively female, and Jen has met with some hostile reactions from male players online.
Some of them were rather nasty. Quake is a man's world. And a lot of the men who sent out those emails were a little surprised when they found themselves well down on the scores playing against those girls.
Fast-paced interactive action games are marketed and designed for an almost insatiable young male audience. It's a billion-dollar business, and game developers, like those attending this conference in Santa Clara, California, appear to be wary of rocking the boat. John Aaron Loeb tracks the computer gaming industry for an online newsletter.
It's a timid industry. Then you tell them that girls are 5% of the market right now, and try to convince them to throw in $40 million to make a computer game targeted to girls, and they'll tell you, oh, it's impossible to sell that.
Computer game makers received a wake-up call in November when a CD-ROM, Barbie fashion designer, became the fastest-selling interactive title in the market, far outstripping even Quake. Developers have since scrambled to deliver games for girls, with close to 200 titles expected to hit the stores this year. But absent from the girl-designed games are the carnage, the rampaging monsters, and the lethal weapons. Most girls want more cerebral challenges. At least that's what Brenda Laurel, head of girl games company Purple Moon, has found.
What we've learned is that they really are not interested in having to die and start over. They're not interested in beating the clock. They're not interested in achieving a higher score than somebody else necessarily. And in general, they're not interested in fast action games without some depth of character and storyline.
But while many girls would prefer Barbie, it seems likely there will always be those who would rather pick their favorite weapon over their favorite wardrobe. And now they're even attracting attention from sponsors. Jen has been recruited by Spacetec, makers of the Space Orb handheld controller used by gamers, to join their Game Masters team. It's a group of game players who get paid to travel the U.S. competing in Quake tournaments. Jen joins another female player, Stevie Case, a.k.a. KillCreek. Spacetec hopes to cash in on the interest surrounding girl gamers.
We thought, what better way to convince these guys, these hardcore gamers, to use our product than to have them beat by women. And so we selected the 2 girls, KillCreek and Phoenix.
Accident, it was an accident, I swear. I enjoy Quake, I enjoy, the aggressive nature of the game. I enjoy, screaming while I play. I play just like everybody else there plays, but then they can see at the same time that, I enjoy, being a woman, and that it's okay to be both of those things.
Stevie Case was chosen to join the Game Masters after she beat Quake creator John Romero in a highly publicized match earlier this year.
It was a big public rematch, and we had a crowd of people watching, and online, whoever lost had to make an online shrine to the other player, and he ended up losing, which was, a big shock to everyone, really.
It's that pride thing, where you can't get beaten by a woman because you got, you're testosterone based and they're not, So there's always this little thing, but mainly whoever the best player is that's all that matters.
And he has since been beaten at his own game again by the only female player at the Developers Conference in Santa Clara. John Romero is one of the few human stars to emerge in the world of action games. Creator of the popular Doom and Quake games, Romero left the software company id at the beginning of the year to start his own company, Ion Storm.
There's more women playing games because there's more games and there's more people playing, but I think on the whole the percentage is still going to probably stay around the same.
While the bulk of the net struggles to find anyone willing to pay for content, small online gaming companies like Empath and Total Entertainment Network have built a thriving industry. Romero says it's having an effect on the way games are being developed.
Online is definitely getting to be a big market right now. Everybody that designs a game, especially if it's in the first-person action genre, you've got to build almost two games now. You got to build a single-player game and you got to build a multiplayer game.
And the market for all computer games is expected to continue to grow rapidly too, though that may depend on getting girls in the game.
It is possible that bringing girls into it all is maybe the key element that somebody has to figure out how to do, and maybe the industry will be as huge as everybody wants it to be.
I don't think that much is going to change until we start teaching women it's okay to compete and to be aggressive, and that is really how you're going to get more women into the market.
One thing is certain, some are already leading the way. Both Microsoft and America Online are launching interactive internet gaming sites that will be pay-per-play, while other gaming sites are changing their pricing plans to monthly fees or even no fees. We'll be right back.
Our Quake Girl Gamer story continues online with a look at some of the all-female Quake clans that are out there, and a look at the Quake tournaments that are happening and Quake resources you'll find online. And we'll also point you to a female-only Quake tournament that's going to happen a little later this month. Find out how to frag each other over the net. That and more on the site.com tonight.
Your link to the world on cable and the internet. MSNBC News, when you really want to know.